Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How are you
you?
today?
Good. Had a very busy weekend.
Did you? What'd you do? Anything
Yeah,
great?
what didn't I do? Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay, well, I had a great weekend.
Did you? I know.
I
I
really
didn't.
did.
When she hasn't been around in
I'm
a
not
while,
around, exactly. I'm
and
busy.
I got to tell you, her
I
hands are
am
very
busy.
full.
I
That's all
am
I can say.
busy. I'm on
Very
date
full.
5.
Oh,
Date
really?
5, yes.
That's
Is
nice.
it really?
It's
Wow.
date 5, and I asked the question, are we dating?
Are we an item?
Did you really ask him that?
Yes,
Why would you ask somebody that?
because I wanted to know. And the answer was yes.
Oh.
Oh man,
I got the answer
you're
right.
fired. You're fired. Who
Anyway.
asked that? Are we going steady?
No, it's not. That's not the question. We're not going steady.
Are we dating?
We are dating.
Are you going steady? That means
No,
you're still
going steady is
Is what?
different than dating.
It's only high school.
Yes,
But
this is
dating
adults.
Is older. Oh, okay.
You know, when you're
Is
over
it not
50.
the same thing though?
When you're
oh,
over
now
50,
here it goes. Now she categorized it. It's over 50.
it's a different world.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, I had a great weekend.
I'm glad you're happy.
I want to give a shout out to a great restaurant, Rock and Olive.
I got to
What
try it.
a restaurant in Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Sandra Prado, a real Italiano.
Nice.
And she's been there 2 years, and they have music. They have a fireplace. Unbelievable. Very nice.
Nice.
Food is delicious.
Was
a
that
great
date
place.
number 5?
Yeah, that was
Nice.
date 5, and I said to her, I'm going to talk about her because she was so nice to us. We got it all. She's just so nice to us. So we had a nice time. So
Did they send over a bottle of champagne
yeah,
after they said
the
you were an
works.
item?
Well, you know, the works.
Right.
and they-
Oh, you two are going steady?
There you go. Right there.
Here's some champagne.
no, we didn't do that. But, you know,
That's nice.
she heard about the show, so of
Very
course she
nice.
liked the idea that we were there.
Very nice.
So hopefully we'll get them
That's a
on.
good one. I like
That
that.
sounds
one day.
good.
But anyway, it's a great restaurant. Try it, guys. Rock and Olive, Long Beach.
Rock and olive.
Great.
So we have
Nice.
2 terrific guests. My dear friend, Terry Magro from the Michael Magro Foundation.
Valentina, thank you,
Since-
Greg.
How are you? How
Since
you
we
doing?
met,
Good.
oh my God,
Yeah,
we've done so many
we
fun
have.
things together.
We have.
And, you know,
Are we going steady?
Yeah.
no,
Thank
no.
you. Thank
And
you.
How
Nice.
did we meet? We met because of who? Patricia.
Patricia,
And look at this
Patricia.
for you from
Oh, really?
Patricia.
Oh, honey, thank
They
you.
were in my freezer till I could see you.
Those lemon bars?
Yeah, put them in the freezer. I didn't
Did you
even eat
really?
them. Yes.
No, no, I
She didn't even eat them.
I just I didn't even eat them.
No, lemon coconut bars from Patricia.
Would you like one?
Wow.
No, thank you.
Would you like one?
No thanks.
Good, thanks.
That's
I really don't want to
it's-
share.
No, I
Just
got.
being
I
polite.
saw that.
Yeah,
like
that's it.
The pullback there, Greg. I saw like.
You know
you
what I
want?
mean?
You
I'm
want? No.
Say no.
Please
you just
say
said,
no.
you don't want any, do you?
Yeah, really. And Terry brought these delicious muffins that we're going to have after the show.
Very nice.
Oh,
Delicious
Dunkin'
muffins.
Donuts special.
Yeah, but that was very sweet of you. You brought so many. Thank you so
Oh my
much.
goodness. Well.
And then we have my former co-worker, Tom Galati, CMP Media.
Hello, Tina.
My
Hello,
love.
Greg.
How you
I'm
doing,
always
buddy? How
going
are
along
you?
with him.
Hello, Terry.
Top sales guy.
I know.
We went to conferences together.
I don't know how you dealt with it, though.
They
I
liked
really-
me.
No, that's what you thought.
No. He liked me.
Tina was very well liked, very well respected.
Yeah, I was a big shot there.
You were pulling a lot of the strings in the background. You
Always.
always knew what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she
They used to
did.
call me the
Pain in the
voice
ass.
of the channel.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing they called you.
The voice,
of the
channel.
right?
Inspector
What?
Clouseau, huh?
No, I was a pain in the ass, but I got it done. Because I worked
Absolutely.
for a tough guy.
Absolutely.
You
go.
know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
he's retired.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Bob is retired for lecturer. He was a tough guy. You know that.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then you're also at this great media company. What's it called?
Yeah. So I am a sales director at Dire Media.
Dire. I was
So-
reading you guys do it different. I was reading up
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
You wrote. Actually, we
They
just
know
redid
their
our website.
lane and they know it well.
We know our lane and we know it well.
does
So
that
what that
mean?
means is, in marketing, we are very well known for direct response. So when you think of a sales funnel or a marketing funnel, we operate really well at the bottom of the funnel. Products like Flex Seal, the stuff you might see at Home
Yes,
Depot or
yes.
Lowe's or your neighborhood hardware store where you spray adhesive to stop a leak. But we have a lot of. We actually work with Blue Cross Blue Shield. We work with a lot of other products like Finishing Touch Flawless or Copperfit, where we help them with their TV advertising and digital
Well,
advertising.
those are big because
Yeah.
I know the names
Wait,
right
what's the
away.
name of it?
Right.
Dire Media. It's out of Wilton, Connecticut, just about an hour outside of the city.
So you travel back and forth.
I go up before COVID. I was going up once a week, and I would go into the city for meetings. But now I'm working from home,
Which is
and
nice.
it's good. Yeah, definitely. Has its ups and downs.
Yeah,
It's tough getting the kids out the door. I like putting them on the bus every morning.
I'm sure you do.
Not so
yeah.
much this morning, where it was still dark out and the kids were whining
So
about,
different.
they lost an hour's sleep, and
Right.
so it's tough I
And
was
yeah.
throwing them out of bed this morning.
And you're a crazy Islander fan.
Big Islander fan. They're in
Oh,
first
yeah.
place.
Yeah, I have a Kawanian. He's Marty. He's an Islander fan, and I just saw a picture on Facebook with his raggedy mask. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
It says
right,
Islander on it.
right.
Yeah.
Didn't they just win
I'm a
in
Ranger.
overtime?
I'm a
But
Ranger
yeah,
fan.
last
yeah,
night.
They it's a fun rivalry with
Yeah,
the
I know,
Islanders
I
and
know.
Rangers for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, no, the Islanders are having an exceptional season, and
Yeah.
even considering they had some people out for COVID protocols last night. Some of
Right.
even their captain now is out for the rest of the season,
Wow.
lower body injury. So they're
Oh
really
my
coming together.
gosh.
They have a lot of young talent on the team that's coming together to help them
That's great.
be in first place. So take that, all you Ranger fans.
I knew I was gonna get a. I knew I was
I
gonna
looked
look.
on your
I knew I
Facebook.
was gonna get. I need it.
Do you have like all those cars, or you just take pictures of all those?
Yeah,
cars?
no, actually, so it's a great segue as to why I'm sitting across the table
right,
from Terry.
that's right.
Wow, that was smooth.
He's got a 12
We didn't
car
even-
garage.
We didn't even rehearse that.
Oh my God, 12-car garage?
No,
I
only
believe. See,
kidding.
I'm gullible.
no, I've owned 12 cars over the last
Oh, okay.
35 years that I've been
Okay.
driving. No, so actually, I've had some cool. Yeah, you can lower the volume on the
Yeah.
side. I've had some really cool cars. I've had about 4 or 5 Mustangs. I've had a Corvette, a Trans Am, but I help to host a car show once a year for the Michael Magro Foundation with Terry and
Right.
another
Yeah.
co-host, Larry Ruisi. And we pull together all types of cars. So if you see a lot of cars pictures on my Facebook page, it's usually promoting the car shows. But I like to take pictures of cars when I, go to car
Okay.
shows or just see them out in the wild.
Yeah, because when
Now,
I
you
saw all
have
of them.
you have a Mustang now or no?
I just sold it 2 years ago. It was a 2005 Celine Mustang. So I'm still a member of some of the Mustang clubs,
Right.
and I'm hoping to get back into
Oh, that's
buying one
great.
again
So now,
soon.
what's your favorite car you have now?
Right now, it's a 2017 Ford Explorer
Oh,
with 3 car seats and 2 boosters and 1 car seat.
really?
Yeah,
and it's really good. And it's really called a minivan.
right.
Oh,
Right.
oh, so you just
Yeah,
it's like
no,
a
it's-
business.
yeah.
You buy and sell and
Yeah, I mean,
fix
I've bought some cars well to sell and make a profit over time. I bought my first car was when I was 15. I bought with my father. It was this 1967 Ford Mustang. We bought it for $1,200
Right.
and sold it for a whopping $2,000. So big profit. I mean, put money into it,
right,
but along the way though, I've bought a few and sold them.
So it's a
and
hobby, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
so
I
you're a
have to tell
business
you,
guy.
I have a car. It's a 90. My first car was a '69 Camaro,
Nice.
and it was all rusted. So when you were driving, all the dirt would come in from the floor.
Right, come up the floor
Yeah,
plan.
yeah,
right?
yeah. I was in high
right.
school, yeah. But I got to tell you, the best thing was that I had heat. Now, everybody would make fun of the car, but in the wintertime, everybody's at the bus stop. And meanwhile, I'm inhaling half of the exhaust system. I didn't care, but I drove to school, and I had a little bit of heat. And so I kind of graduated. But I have a 93 Viper. It has
Nice.
21,000 miles. And I'm a big guy. And I said, I don't care.
Does your
I'm
head
gonna-
stick out over the
no,
top
no,
of the roll
doesn't.
bar?
Thank
Okay,
God.
right,
I know, thank
right.
God. But I stuffed my fat behind in that thing, and I don't care, like a sausage. And no, not that bad. No, it is almost that bad.
No, that's a sharp car.
It really is. No, but I love that car.
Greg,
but
you
the
have
thing
to
is that
come
I
to
don't
the
get.
car
But the
show.
thing is that I never, I just never really get to go out and drive. Like I love my toys.
You
I
probably
love
would like
toys.
to do it again, yeah.
You know, and I remember, and I got really upset. I joined the Viper Club, so all of a sudden you get like 25 of us, and we're going to Connecticut, Westchester.
Right.
Everything's great. Sometimes when you go upstate, and I got to say, this one schmuck that was with the club. Now, mind you, we're in gravel. We're on gravel. So when you take off, there's another Viper behind you. You don't spin the wheels because all the pebbles are popping up. And
Right.
when
You
I tell you
chip-
something,
chip
I
the
got
paint.
I got so upset with this guy. I said, why would you even do that?
Yeah.
You know, everybody's just pulling out, and he's boom, and then you hear, and my car's Candy Apple Red. And,
Oh.
Oh,
my
my
God.
favorite.
Oh, you
That
don't
must
know.
be nice.
Right.
I've never.
No.
Oh, you
I've
don't know.
never even seen it.
Oh, you don't know.
Please.
No, I don't take it. I just don't take
I
it out.
know.
And
I've
I
never
would.
even
I
seen
mean,
it.
it's beautiful to go for a nice ride or go to what is it, Crabtree?
Right.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
where you
Sunday
kind of race
mornings
a
is
little
few,
bit.
few
Yeah.
hundred
Yeah,
cars.
you're just
Yeah.
kind of hoping that the police aren't waiting
Yeah.
because they're always waiting.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're
Right.
always waiting for
You
you.
wave to them.
Yeah, it's true. I remember there was these guys. These guys came. They had like 5 Ferraris, and 2 of the guys were racing. And so all of a sudden, when they came into the lot, they went. They parked the car and they got out and they walked away. So you can't ticket the car.
Right.
Oh,
gotta
without
ticket
the
the driver.
driver.
So the cops were right there waiting, and they sat there for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, finally till the cops left.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I think they were doing like 105.
Wow.
Oh my
Jeez.
So
God.
yeah, because the cop told another cop, and he goes, "Who's he going to this?" And nobody was like,
Everyone-
Is it a real
Ferrari.
little, like, low car?
No, it's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Well,
It's,
I
no,
could
they're all
never-
low. They're all
I
low
could never
sports cars.
get in it. Forget it.
No. That's,
Never. Don't
I
say
can barely
that.
get in it. I can get in, but I just can't get out.
Can't get out. Right.
You know?
Oh, God.
You know?
Well, so you're really busy. You have a lot going on.
Yeah. No, definitely.
And then Terry keeps you very busy with
I-
being on the board.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I
So
do. He's my
we
little
all
right
know,
hand
but
over
maybe
here.
some of our guests that are watching don't. So the
Okay.
foundation is about your
My
wonderful
son.
boy.
So, Michael Magro Foundation. We started the foundation when Michael passed away in 2004 from leukemia. And so our goal is to help families of children diagnosed with cancer. But at the same time, in 2004, when Mike was sick, my younger son, who's now my cancer survivor, and happy birthday, Mark, he's going to
Happy
be
birthday,
28
happy birthday.
Nice,
on
happy
March
birthday.
18th, so happy birthday, is my survivor. So the foundation really is geared towards helping and honoring survivors and their families and helping to pay bills. So
Yeah, Lisa
that's
just
what we
mentioned
do.
it. That's what I was asking the foundation. Because Lisa, she's the president of Kiwanis, East Meadow.
Hmm.
And great job. I'm going to give you 2 thumbs up. So it was Michael, and I didn't know. Do you know Lisa Howard?
I actually did something for
Really?
Kiwanis. I spoke there. I think she
okay.
was one of the organizers.
Okay, all right.
So, I'm getting a little old, Greg. I forget the names,
Listen, I'm not even old. I'm
I
like
need-
23 and I can't remember.
But yeah, so we're in our 16th year, and Tom actually grew up right across the street. So when we moved to Hicksville in, we're going back a ways, 1984. The boys, Mike was born in 90, Mark in 93, and you were in what, elementary school
Yeah.
or middle school?
I was
at
born
that
well
point?
after you
I was
moved.
gonna
to
say-
Hicksville.
I think you were in
I was a
elementary,
baby
I
when
don't
you
know.
moved.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
I was in elementary school.
He's Tom knows them from when they were born. So became very involved. His mom and dad still live on the block, so we see them
Aw.
all
You
the
at both
time.
seats?
Paul,
both?
my husband, was a chef instructor at
Okay,
Bosse's.
yeah, because it turned out she goes, yeah, my daughter was taught by her at Bosse's.
Paul.
Oh,
Yep.
Paul, you're right.
Chef
husband,
Paul.
right.
Chef
She
Paul.
mentioned
He was there
husband,
for
yeah.
almost 30,
And
30
he was
years,
there
right?
26 years. He just retired a couple of
Yeah.
years ago, just before the pandemic. So
And he's
he was
such
like,
a nice man.
he's a lot of
I
fun.
posted
He's,
his picture up because I said he could have came. I never thought of
you know what?
having
He's
you bring him.
like camera shy. I
Oh.
don't know. He kind of likes to stay in the background
Really?
a little bit. So we're okay. He
But
says
he was
you
at our dinner
talk,
event.
you
It
talk.
was
I'm
nice.
like, well, I'm a nurse and a
Yeah.
salesperson. I worked in medical sales for 25,
you've
30
been working
years.
all your life.
And so what do, Tom? We talk, right?
Right,
So Tom and I
exactly.
talk
We
to
have the gift
everybody.
of gab.
He's a great.
Oh,
Right?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Something
how we
you guys
engage
wouldn't-
everybody.
Definitely not.
I'm in
No,
good company then.
yeah. So as a great ambassador, Tom came to the car shows that were hosted at Bosse's, actually, Greg. It was a community service is how it started, with the students wanted to get involved, and they get community service hours. So every department at Bosse's, culinary, the automotive, small animal, all these different departments got involved, and all the kids participated. His kids made the hamburgers and hot dogs.
They all came together. It
All
was
came
really nice.
together. And then Tom and his entire family, an extended family, did all the raffles and brought everything. So it was so much fun because it was just really a community event, which was great. Upon his retirement, we have since moved the car show, and it's going to be in August probably this
Yeah,
year.
Right.
I'd like to.
We just need,
I'd
and
like
we
to-
will
I wanna see that
definitely get you a
Viper.
Yeah,
Viper.
yeah, I would
we will
definitely
Wouldn't that
definitely.
be
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys could do a live remote
Yeah.
from
This
the,
is
from the
true.
car show.
He
Well,
could, be,
Absolutely.
he could be in the car. I don't have to be in
Yeah.
the car. I could be somewhere with a
You
little
could just
table.
lay there like this on the hood,
Yeah, right.
do one of those.
So
that's
I wouldn't
all.
do that, but I would chit chat. I'd watch him or whatever. No, I'm not that
we'll
type.
do one of your evening,
There
one of
you
your
go, do it
evening
right there.
shows.
Right.
Yeah.
You and your steady boyfriend.
Not a
Yeah,
boyfriend.
Let's see.
Oh,
That is
sorry.
not a that is not a dialogue for 50+ dating. I'm learning. It's not a boyfriend.
This is a whole new
So,
group of words.
so
to
Tina, let
define
me
it.
ask you a question.
You heard that? Yeah,
You
I agree.
So Tina, if you go somewhere with him and you bump into someone, And you
This is
say,
my. This is
How
a
do you
very
think
this
good,
is my,
very good friend of mine.
Oh, see, wait,
No,
see,
that's-
so wait. When you go out,
I say.
and wait, you're with them.
I don't say
And wait,
anything.
stop.
I say.
And you're
you're
holding
holding
them.
hands.
Yeah, you're holding them.
Arm in
He's
arm.
holding like this.
And I say, oh,
Sometimes your
Tina,
hand.
who,
yeah.
who's
yeah,
this? Who do we have
you
here?
gonna
I
say?
can say this is his name.
No. This is who?
What? His
Oh,
name.
you're gonna say your friend?
I'm just gonna say his name.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. So you know what? You didn't put a label on it. So
No,
then it's
that-
not.
I don't
then
want
you're not
that.
dating.
No, but we are. It's a 50+ label.
This kind of reminds
She
me of
just
the
made
Abbott and
this one up.
Costello
She
routine.
just
you
made
know?
that up.
Yeah.
You must have added that on that. Today's day is 50 plus, and I'll call it whatever I want day today.
Well, I do tend to make things out of little things. So you never know. Could be something new. The 50+ code
Right.
for
Oh,
dating.
Jesus,
Could be
Mary
a brand new part of the
Right.
show.
There you go. We'll have a whole bunch of.
I got to tell you something. This weekend was a cuckoo weekend. And I have to thank Bond Journey. They performed here.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Mean Machine.
nice.
I wanted this weekend
Oh,
was
wow.
great.
Wow.
Guys, I love
Yeah,
you.
this is a
Thank you
really,
for everything.
really cool
yeah,
club,
thank
Greg.
you for
Nice.
everything. Everybody was socially distanced. I mean, everybody. And I was so proud. Amy, I have to give you a big shout out with Andrew. And you're there. Look, every time I go like this, right? Listen, every time I do this, I'm pointing to the camera. So it's so funny. Anytime there's a guest here,
We all look.
and
like-
everybody's looking. No, I'm talking to the camera.
Right. Okay.
And Andrew and Scott's he's an attorney. Every time he comes up to the DJ booth, he's always giving me advice. And I want to say, I know it's very, very hard for them to not dance because you see all the signs, no dancing, no dancing. So the band's playing and everybody was just like, I'm just so proud of everybody. I swear,
Especially-
really,
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
because
Bon Jovi music, Journey,
Yeah,
How Do You Sit
so
Still?
it was, and it was,
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
felt
nice.
so bad, you know. And they're like, "Come on, Greg, can I?" And I'm like, "Listen," I said, "You act like look, this is a dance club.
Right.
You're acting like as if I don't want you to dance.
Of course, yeah.
It's not
that's
by
not
my
him.
choice.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so then you see them. Their legs are wrapped on a chair, but then they're dancing like this. So technically, you're
You're
not
sitting down,
dancing.
right.
That's
Okay.
right.
So
That's
everybody
right.
just grabbed the chair, held the chair, and everybody was dancing
And
like
I
this.
got a
that's so
message
funny.
because I wasn't there, and I got a message from one of my friends that you met,
Yeah.
Lisa.
Right.
She says to me, "He's a doll. He's so funny." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
You're like, yeah,
So
he's
you know,
something.
you think I
Yeah,
don't,
he's something, not funny.
I know what goes on. I'm not even here. So
Yeah.
they're
So
sending
you
me
get
little
the inside
texts.
scoop, too.
Exactly.
That's
But you
it.
know, I have to say, Greg, my wife and I were just talking about this, I mean, a week or two ago, that some of our best memories when we were young and dating, right, was going to places like this. And I feel like it's a dying breed. And
Yeah,
No,
it,
it's
it
not.
really is.
It's
Well,
gotta come back.
No.
but that-
It's never going to come back like it was in the 80s and 70s. And think
Right.
about it, you had Studio 54. Every place was a nightclub.
Yeah, that's true.
2001 Odyssey, but
Right.
you had
That's
Right.
all
you
these
can go up
clubs.
and down Hempstead Turnpike.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Chelsea
Focus
Street
and
and
whatever,
Right,
yeah,
that's true.
whatever,
That
Metro
is true.
700.
Yes.
But this is so cool,
Yeah.
and I feel like this is what we loved when we were going out with our
Yeah.
friends. Was a
Well,
place that's too
Exactly.
That's
loud
why,
with great
you know,
music, and
It's starting to pick up
Yeah.
as soon as everything.
no, that's great.
That's
Yeah,
better.
it's then I met these two women. I'm just giving you a shout out to two special women.
Should we look
They
at the
turned
camera?
up- Yeah, don't look at the camera.
Are they out there?
Two women.
You know who you
Got our
are.
eyes
You know
on
who
you.
you are.
Whoa!
All
They
right?
didn't text
And they
me.
hung out, and she was going at it with me. We're talking about men that are married and that are in their 50s or divorced in their 50s versus women that are, whatever, 45, never married. And everything was men. And I had a field day with her, and I said, I want to come on the show.
Oh,
Oh,
she
get her
I
sounds
number.
said,
like
you
Right
got, no,
on.
I got everything. And I turned around, I said,
Don't worry about it. He
we're
took care of
going to have a field day with you.
That's great.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
we're going to have a field
So
day.
anyway, Terry, we're
Yeah.
happy that you guys are both here.
But anyway,
Aw.
the other new name, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Phil.
I'll give this back to you.
The other new name for you was Phil. Good morning, Phil. Phil, thanks again for everything you did. Phil Verso. He said, in other words, the new name that you call him is your boy toy.
No, absolutely not.
Why? You would be
No,
confident. You would
no.
feel great.
I'm a professional, okay?
Oh, Mr. Boy Toy.
No toys. No toys at all. So, anyway, let's get off this subject.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
move
now
on.
we get
Let's
off the
get back to
My
the
sig-
foundation, which is terrific. You said you're having something, the beach club.
Yeah,
event?
so we have two events coming up. So as you know, that's how the money is raised, is fundraising, and it's been a little challenging. We can
Yeah.
all attest to that. But last year we pulled off the golf outing and we did fabulous at Cold Spring Country Club. So we're doing the golf outing again. It's June 10th.
That was a great
At
event.
yeah, it's at Cold Spring again, and then the dinner. So we're excited about that. We have a great honoree, Ryan Dempsey from East End Group. So he's
He's a
great.
great guy,
And
very
he's
well deserved.
isn't he? He is so much fun.
Right.
I love his enthusiasm, his youthfulness. He's actually a friend of Mark's. They went to all through elementary, middle school, and high school together. So he's a great guy. So he's our honoree. And then our mutual friend, Linda Marie Paul,
Yes.
who is the event manager
Yeah,
over
he-
at Crescent
we
Beach
love her.
Club.
She's been on
love,
twice,
love,
yes.
love her.
Who's this? Oh,
So
Linda Marie,
Paul,
the nice looking woman with the pretty long
beautiful
long hair. You
hair. Oh
remember
my
her.
God,
I
yeah.
was waiting for you to finish that
Well, I
sentence.
was going to say
Yeah.
something else. but I
Greg
didn't.
kept looking down.
I was like,
So with the, the
I'm like, all right, go ahead.
She's a beauty.
Beautiful hair.
Yeah, that's it.
No,
Good, beautiful hair.
We love
That's it.
Linda
Very
Marie.
beautiful hair.
So she had a great suggestion of doing a networking beach event in July. So July 21st, we're
Well,
going
we'll be
to
at
do that.
I love that
And
place.
Liverpool Shuffle, which is a band that is kind of close to our hearts. We have been friends with them for many, many years. We'll be performing. Maybe by July out on the beach we can dance, Greg. I don't know.
Oh, listen, I got to
but,
tell you
know,
something. I'm going to give you a heads
Can
up.
you give
My
us
fingers are
permission?
Too cold, yes. Before I forget, I know I always do my, it's going to be my 5th annual. This year I'm going to call it the black and white event.
Oh,
And
Okay.
It's always the
birthday.
white where everybody wears like white.
White
you know,
party,
Yeah, the
yeah,
white party.
right.
Right.
So now it's going to be, this year's going to be the black and white.
and is it?
And it's on the boat, Freeport. And it's a big fundraiser that we do. So it's the 5th annual.
Oh, great. What
great.
day?
And it's my birthday's July 13th, so I think it's the 15th. It's
Oh,
on the 15th.
good.
So it's Thursday evening. It's $40. You eat, drink, and dance, and so guys, please.
Oh,
I'll be there.
absolutely.
Please,
Let
please,
me,
please.
yeah,
Please.
I want to go. I want
Please.
to go.
Last year's
That'll be
was
really
fun
love
time.
that.
Last
Really.
year's was great. We
We'll
had a
bring
great
Yeah.
we'll
time.
bring Giovanna.
Yeah,
We'll bring
and you know what?
Paul.
We'll be
I
wearing
made it.
white.
I made it the white and black. My thumbs, my hands are too cold. No.
Are you dating?
No, I'm kidding. He said his hands are cold. I was warming
I know
them
someone
up.
who might be jealous.
I know, right? She's rubbing my hand.
we'll leave-
That's all.
we'll leave him
my
nameless.
hand. All right. God
Tina's
almighty.
friend.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
it. No.
he's anonymous.
This is
God,
G-rated.
I just lost the train of thought. What's
The birthday. The
Birthday.
birthday on the
Yeah.
boat.
Freeport.
a lot of times. Deep breath. I don't know how to ever work for anybody. I'm getting ready to freaking stab somebody, and I got to go stop. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah. No. A lot of people, especially women, they don't want to come out and wear white. Who cares?
We
You know,
care.
what-
Well,
what-
not you.
As long as it's not
Well,
after
why?
Labor Day, I'll wear
So
white.
what?
Because let me
That's
tell you,
July.
a
So
full-size
what?
woman doesn't want to wear white.
Okay, but it's an event. It's not like as if
So
you
you wear
have to wear it
black
every day.
and white.
That's why he's doing
But
black
that's
and white.
why I'm doing it.
Exactly. This is one woman that's not wearing white.
I think you should just wear a white, sleek kind of form-fitting.
Yeah,
your
with a
stud muffin,
black.
and he should come in with a G-string.
Oh, yeah, right. Stop.
Look. She goes, I don't want to talk about that right now.
Anyway, you guys should come to the
No, they
party.
will.
Oh,
They will.
definitely,
They
will.
definitely. You're going to
We'll keep you
post that and
posted.
keep us
Oh,
posted
yeah.
on that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
the
going to be
beach thing
fun.
is-
That's
so
going
you
to
have
be
a lot of
right.
good things
And
coming up.
Yep. We do. And then the third event will be the car show. So all of our indoor events and some of the sporting events have been put on the back burner. But 2022 is going to be the year where we bring it all
definitely.
back.
Right.
The tasting.
Definitely.
That was
I-
so much fun.
Do you know we? I forgot we were so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. It's not a big thing. Today's National Napping Day,
It's National Napping
and
Day.
everything you think is wrong day. See, but I want to
How
know.
do they come up with
National
these things?
Shoe
They're
All
on-
Day.
they're
Who
national-
comes up
Right.
with these
Who
things?
comes up with
This
this?
National Day thing. There's a company. It's huge. Google
really?
it. See what
I
happens.
feel like
I
every
listen.
day of the week is
Every
something
day.
now,
It's
right?
always
It's
just
2 and
something,
3
yeah.
things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
like
is.
National Ice Cream Day because I can eat ice cream
Right.
for
Well,
dinner.
Oh, I love
I
ice
love
cream.
ice cream.
Chocolate, the Haagen-Dazs.
I got to give just a quick little shout out. Jenny C. Saba, I saw you in the hospital. I hope you're okay.
Oh,
Our prayers are
Saba.
out to you. Lisa, I want to say, Lisa, she did a great job with the food drive. East Meadow Club, it's a very, very strong club. And they did a big food drive at Uniondale ShopRite. And it went to the local food pantry.
Beautiful.
So I never realized how much work is involved with that.
Oh.
So I turned around and I was talking to Liz and I was talking to Debbie. I was like, Debbie, how do you do this, Debbie Kirsch? And I said, how do you do that? I mean, it looks so easy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
no.
it's really not.
Yeah.
It's worse than a
Because you're
holiday
sitting there,
drive
you're
for
thinking,
clothes.
first of all, you have to work out something with the place.
Right.
Then you have these flyers you're handing out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going, how do you know what you want? Well, evidently you have a big list.
Right.
And people are coming out. Then the worst part was, where are you storing it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
You know,
lot of
The
work.
perishables.
Yeah, you know. So,
Yeah.
but guys, you really did a great
That's-
job. Very, very proud of you guys. Phil, good morning. Susan, how are you, love? You're a little under the weather.
Yes.
No
Susan.
excuse.
Take care, Susan. We miss you.
Stacy, good morning. Good morning. Barry Meehan, how are you? Rosemary, you're slacking off. You're like number 10 on the list here. She's always the first one watching. But I forgive you. Kathleen, good morning. Brenda Lee Johnson, how are you, Miss Governor?
Hey.
Haven't heard from her in a while. She's been so busy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see you when I go when I go to Albany this weekend. John, and then we have Lorraine, we have Corey, we have Nick, Angela, Kevin. I know I'm missing people. I hate this when I. But anyway, I'll get back to you guys.
We'll get
And
back to
Teresa,
you.
Denise, good morning. Kathy Williams, I know, God forbid I forget.
I owe her a phone
She'll kill
call.
me.
She called
I
me
know, yeah.
yesterday.
So anyway, we'll get back to you after. So
So anyway, we're really happy to have you all here, and your
Aw,
husband
thank
with all his
you.
experience.
Yeah.
Love to have him sometime come on too.
Yeah.
I know he's sort of shy, but people don't stay shy on this show.
I know.
We don't allow
Brings
them.
out the best
Right.
in everybody.
I get them.
Well, you
to
can't.
we have
when you
fun.
sit
Bring
next-
out the
When you
best.
sit next to
Yes.
Greg, you can't
she
be shy.
drags out the best.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is
She
true.
drags out.
She doesn't bring anybody.
This
She
is
drags
true.
Kicking and
But
screaming.
I don't know if you got notified, but I had posted all about the foundation,
Yes.
and there's a lady named Chris Capice. She's sending you a donation. She said she sent it already.
Oh, thank you.
She has a
Thank
big
you.
business out in Suffolk County. She does window treatments.
Oh, Chris, thank you
Yeah,
so
it's called
much.
the Magic Window.
The magic window.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Wait, what is that? What is that?
She
I-
makes treatments. She makes all the treatments for the windows, and she does blinds.
I did,
all
Chris.
that.
Thank you. There was on the emails. I did see that,
Okay,
and
well,
I
that was
wasn't sure
who she was.
where it came from and who it was. So, Chris, thank you
She
so
just
much.
sent me a note that she was
the
sending
magic
you a
window.
separate
That
donation.
name really clicked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that was sweet. And then I don't know
Very.
if you saw this. My daughter made the paper in Hartford, Maryland. Signs
She's a
of
sweetheart.
Heart. They made
Thank
a
God she's nothing like you.
no. I tell you, she
I
really
mean, no,
is.
I
She
didn't mean
really
it like
is.
that. It just came out wrong. It really did.
The girls, they got an article all about the signs of
I
heart.
didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
All right. Signs of Heart. She's in Maryland. She left New York. They never did signs in Maryland like here in New York. So she took a chance, and she's busy as all hell.
That's great.
And she has a regular job, too. She works for St.
Are
Vincent
these like the
de Paul.
lawn signs? Happy
Yes.
birthday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now she
I
got
love
the
them.
school districts because the school districts are doing it.
Right.
And they think she's a
They do
superstar.
welcome
So they
back
did a
for the-
whole article
right, all
on
the
her
holidays. Yeah, that's
in,
great.
in the
That-
Hartford paper. So
Good
I
for her.
said,
Very nice.
Jen, as much as you
Congratulations.
say you're not your mom, guess what?
are.
You are.
The apple doesn't fall far
Yeah,
from
but
the
she
tree.
always said, I'm not
No,
you,
you're
Mom.
not.
Not going to be like you. Okay. So anyway, congratulations
That's
to the
great.
two Jens, my two daughter and daughter-in-law.
That's great.
Very good.
Congratulations.
And also we have a gentleman named Eddie Sessa who is having his first show in New Jersey. Did you
That's
see
right. Yeah,
that?
yeah,
I don't know if we'll be able to go. But if you want any information on Eddie Sessa, he is now the music doctor. And we help promote him a little bit. I do. And we hang out
And
at
I
Castle
don't.
Ri- You do too, but
A little bit. I do.
no,
but
he
I
does.
don't.
No, trust
I
me.
love
We
this.
both
Yeah,
work for
don't
him.
be like your mother.
No,
okay, don't be
exactly.
like your mother.
No, we both do.
That was a great dinner that we had at
you
Casarino
met
a
him.
couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago, and I
Yeah.
met
Greg
him.
didn't make it that night, but
Yeah,
he's
I-
coming next time.
I
Yeah,
noticed. We
I
missed
stopped
you.
in, yeah,
We were looking for you, but it was a great dinner show. Casarino's right on Jericho Turnpike
Yeah.
in
And I gotta
Mineola.
tell you, he's been there now almost 6 years. He's gone 6 years, and I remember the owners. Like, I mean, the thing was changing owners constantly.
Yeah, constantly.
Constantly
Yeah,
changing
yeah.
owners. And I stopped by yesterday because I saw he had this little petition thing that I wanted to get like a whole bunch of them to put on the parking lot when I could start doing outside
It's gonna be
events.
great outside.
So when I walked in, I said, let me just ask the guy really quick, whatever. And I didn't want to. All of a sudden, he comes over. He's like, Greg, how are you? And I always say, how the hell does anybody recognize me? One, I have black glasses, baseball cap, black mask. And he goes,
Aren't you
"It's
6'6",
no,
like
no,
two?
no, 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 that's not it. He goes, It's the voice.
It's the voice.
And everybody say, and you know what I always say? I hate my voice.
You have a great
No,
voice.
you have
I
a
do.
great
That's,
voice.
That's why I know almost 150 shows. I have yet to
Coming
watch a
up.
show.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I won't.
He's
Who,
not the
who were
type.
you,
like the
were
way
you
it sounded,
talking
I
to
swear to you.
Danny,
Interesting.
the owner? Danny?
yeah, Danny, yeah, Danny.
Danny's a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah. So yeah, we had he was really really nice, and so we bounced a few ideas off of each other.
Good, good.
So,
That's great.
Also, I got to give a big shout out to Patrice. See, I always pronounce this wrong. It's not Patricia. Patrice in Massapequa Park. Patrice Zia.
The restaurant.
Right,
Patrizia's
Patrizia.
restaurant.
Patrizia.
Patrizia.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know that
Yeah,
place.
yeah, yeah. We go
'Cause
there.
yeah, and I got to tell you something. I
We're
forgot
always
the
at
manager. He's a
restaurants.
great guy. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. Oh, Santiago. That's it.
Oh,
Santiago.
yeah, Santiago.
I love you.
He knows us, too.
Yeah, Santiago. He because we're gonna have our divisional next Monday, and that's where all the clubs get together. And
Oh, that's great.
so
Great
yeah, and
place.
they really take good care of us. They really do.
Do you
So I
know
wanna say
Julie
thank you.
Waters?
Of course
with
I
the
know. That's one
Kiwanis?
of my wives.
Yeah. Oh my God. She's
one of my
she's
wives.
fabulous. She's a good
my
friend
fifth
of mine.
Kiwanis wife.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
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 they were-
When you
they-
said
Number
all the
five.
clubs were coming together, then
Yeah, well, no, but she's in a different
She's a
division.
dis-
She's
yeah.
Suffolk County.
Right, exactly.
She's
That's
with
why I
Chapman
wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
She's
Yeah,
with the charity.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
Waterson, right? Waterson?
Julie Waterson.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
she's an
Yeah.
amazing
Lovely
woman.
Oh,
girl.
Yeah.
She's
love
an
her.
angel,
love her
too.
to pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
She would be fun to have on the show.
Yes, I have to call
We'll
her.
have to reach
She,
out
I think
to her.
she came on once. I don't know if she did. I'm
Yeah,
not
she
sure.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
been a
I
while.
had all the wives that
Yeah.
time at the other place.
I think we should have a party for the wives because I'm a wife now, so we could have a whole
I
day
no, I
just
didn't.
for the
You know,
wives.
I didn't label you.
You
Okay, I
did.
didn't
You said
label
I
you.
was your work
All right,
wife.
well, I gotta change that now. For men over 50,
Over 50.
we can't say that.
Right.
See?
Don't you love this? I
Why
just
should
bought
I
it in
answer
this.
this?
It's called the nose.
Because they
The nose
Yes.
knows.
The
The
nose knows.
nose
nose.
knows.
The
Okay,
nose
I thought it was
knows.
adorable. I love buying him little
Yeah.
things. By the way, since this is our St. Patrick's Day show, I bought you something. There you go. These are honey lollies.
Thank you.
You put them in your tea.
Thank you, honey.
You put
Thank
them
you,
in
honey.
your
She's so
tea.
sweet.
Oh, nice.
Aren't they cute?
It really
Those are
is.
cool.
They're homemade.
Looks like a little
Nice.
honeycomb.
You put it in your tea and you stir
Hey,
it.
who gave this to you?
I bought it. Said nobody gave it to me.
All right, I'm just. You know what I started doing?
Tell us.
Tea. I mean, except chai latte. I love
Yeah,
that.
he likes that.
It's.
yeah.
I just don't like having to go to Starbucks and pay $12 for it. You know.
Right.
But I started drinking because when I used to drink tea with milk, 2 tea bags, and a sweet and low, you know, with milk. And I kind of miss it. I don't know. So lately, I've been drinking a lot of tea. You guys at tea or
Coffee.
drink?
You know what's funny?
100%
I just
coffee.
switched.
Really? Oh yeah.
100%
You
I
black.
like my
switched to
espresso.
tea?
No,
Oh,
I
you switched to
switched. I
coffee?
switched to espresso from coffee.
Oh,
See that? I can do every day,
My
but not every place I can
That's
get it.
why-
I swear.
Do you
My
put a
wife-
little Zambuca in there?
Yeah,
No.
must.
No.
You have to.
Wow.
only on special occasions.
Oh, is that
You know,
every
like
day?
Mondays, Tuesdays,
Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Yeah.
That's it.
I'm glad.
No, but my wife and I were watching this show on HBO Max called Gomorrah, and it's about the mafia in
Right.
Naples
Yeah, well,
through
we
the
love
60s,
that.
70s. It's a really,
Yes.
really good show. And you keep watching it, and you know it's the Italian lifestyle. Everywhere they go, you
Yeah.
offer them coffee, and then we put out a shot of espresso, and
they
go
call
to
it espresso corretto
right,
in
right,
Italy.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I said, I'm like, I missed it. I haven't had it in a while. So we have this little red espresso maker,
Yeah.
you know, the one you put on the
Right.
stovetop, and I've been making it in the morning now.
When
And
you
I,
dip taps when you.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
twist,
the best thing in the
yeah.
world.
yeah.
Oh my
I feel like so sophisticated now, right?
well,
You
it
have to
is
throw the-
nice, but you know, you can't drink that much.
No, I
Right,
got
it's
to
a
tell you.
couple sips
I
and
got to
you're
tell
done,
you
right?
something. No, you know what? It was so crazy because when in Europe, I was in France, and every place you went, or when I went to visit, family, everything's espresso. By the time I got back, I was like this. I
Right,
swear to you.
right.
When I got back to it was crazy because it's all day long.
Yeah.
You're drinking it,
Right.
and I was like, whoa.
Do you have a
and I-
little Suyardel in the morning with that?
I wish.
Or
Or a little cannoli, right?
Yeah,
no, I
yeah,
wish. I
yeah.
got to step up my game a little
Yeah,
bit.
go to the
Slacking off,
bakery.
slacking off.
Stop by the bakery.
Right.
That's one
Yeah.
of my favorites.
Yeah.
Suyardels. Oh my God. I
So
haven't met a
good.
He
pastry I
likes
didn't
them
like
too,
though.
and he likes them.
What is it? I'm
I
sorry.
haven't met a pastry I didn't like.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, but you love spoiled dells too.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
I don't.
I don't think you
like
could find
them.
two people to pronounce it the
crunchy.
exact same way, right?
That's
Smeardell,
true.
That's right.
That's
right,
very
that's
true.
right,
There's
yeah.
a way to say it. Spoil del. That's how
That
you
sounds
say it.
right.
You got to roll your tongue.
You got to roll
huh?
it.
Spoil
She's good at
del.
that. Look at her. She's good at that.
And it's funny.
I'm not talking about pronounce. Forget it.
pronounce.
Forget it.
But even I even say the Italian things like the Brooklyn way. My
Yes.
father and my mother are originally from Brooklyn, and my mother's Irish, my father's Italian. But I would say mozzarella, ragout,
Yes.
right? Gabagool is gabagool, right?
Absolutely. That's the only way to
But
say it.
my wife is an Italian teacher. Her first language was Italian, and she's always like mozzarella.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
she
you're
always
always
corrects
saying,
you.
yeah.
She always
Yeah,
corrects
yeah.
you.
She's like,
Yeah,
look,
all
we're
right.
not in Brooklyn. You could say,
Yeah, and she is beautiful.
Yeah,
I bet
thank
your
you.
wife at the
Thank you.
oh, she's so sweet.
Thank you.
Really wonderful.
Oh, wait a
lady.
second. I'm sorry. Gregory, he's off Facebook jail.
Oh,
How are you?
congratulations.
Yeah, no, this guy. No, Phil. Phil works here, and his brother's in Vegas, and his brother would always watch. And then I said to him, I said, Phil, I said, what happened to your brother? Well, because his brother's very big into politics, so
No, that's a
he
problem.
uses a few choice of words that
Right.
evidently Facebook doesn't
Yeah,
accept.
you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Please don't go to jail yet.
Yeah, be good now.
Please
Behave.
behave. Yeah, please behave. How are you, Jay? How you doing?
That's funny.
Yeah, so and
Well.
Pat Ditto. Didio. Oh, Didio.
Pat
How are you,
Didio.
Pat Didio?
I see your wife is watching, Christine.
Oh, that's my sister.
Oh, your sister. Oh, okay.
See,
Yeah,
that's why
she's
you
watching.
should be
I'm not
watching
supposed
this.
to be looking
That's
at
why
that.
you should
yeah.
learn to see.
I know,
This is
but
why
every now and then I
ordered
cheat.
something. It's not a joke. I ordered a petition. No, because really,
You should get one of the plastic ones. from
no,
Walmart.
you know, you think I'm joking? Watch. I ordered one because
I like to cheat.
no,
Look,
it's not
sometimes.
cheat. Sometimes she'll turn around and go, who's watching? And I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh,
it
it
just
drives
is
me up a
aggravating.
wall. She can't help herself.
I can't. This is true. So you know what? I read about your scholarship things too. Let's get back onto business here. The
I shared
scholarships.
the link to my mom.
You
It's
got a
always
great
good.
scholarship program for the
please,
students.
right here.
We
Yeah,
do.
real
We
quick.
do. We have two $500 scholarships that we award to Hicksville High School grads.
Which is really nice.
in
What do
memory.
they have to be? What kind of
So,
student?
you know, Michael was a great student. He worked real hard for his grades. So I'm looking for students that really work really hard and get through the challenging times that they have in school. So it doesn't have to be that 98,
which is nice.
grade
'cause
level.
The 98
I want
get everything.
they get everything. So I want that one that's down a little bit in the high 80s or somewhere in there. Mike's love was lacrosse. So if
Oh,
they're a lacrosse
sports.
player, that's most of them apply or
and you give
lacrosse
two,
players.
a girl,
We give,
one boy. or-
you know what? The guidance department at Hicksville High School picks the two students.
Oh.
So sometimes it's two females, sometimes it's one and one.
Oh, it's not
it really
mixed.
depends every year. So we've been doing this now for about 14 years.
It's very nice.
Yeah. So that $500 helps offset maybe books or
Yeah,
put it
that's it,
towards
yeah.
a laptop.
Or like I said, I'm so. All scholarships kind of get to me a little bit.
Emotional.
Because you know what? No, I mean, it's the best thing in the world to do for a child to help. But in Kiwanis, what I did was we created something for the kids that don't get the 100. Like, I didn't know you could have 106 average.
I know.
Okay, wait.
Right.
I'm at school. Now, I was a straight A student, but we didn't have it. It was just A, B, C, whatever. And my son was at Holy Cross. And now they said, well, 95 average. So I'm proud like a rooster, right?
Right.
And, my son gets up and a bunch of other kids get up. And then all of a sudden, then they mentioned the kids that have 100 average, right? A lot of kids stood
Right.
up. Then 102 average.
Right.
How do you get 102? But then one kid had 106 average.
Crazy, right?
All right, but the kid couldn't
Right.
even talk, first of all. I mean, social skills, 0.
Well, that
You looked at him, he said hi, he goes like this, grabbed the
Right.
book.
Right.
Now you know why. But what I did, what we did was we created a scholarship for the kids that try really, really hard.
That's what ours
They try
is.
really hard,
Yep.
but their grades, they're like 75 to 80.
Right.
Because they'll never get a
Right, they
scholarship.
get
left-
You know
get
that.
left
They'll
behind,
never get
right.
a scholarship.
That's
so,
right.
Definitely.
and that's what we did. So
Yeah.
you know what? They were very. I mean, of course, we still had the scholarships for the, the kids that had a great academic score, but academically. But this, the boy came up to me, and he goes, "Thank you so much." He goes,
Aw.
it really broke my heart. The kids. He goes, "My dad thinks I'm a moron."
Aww.
Like that. And I turned around. I said, "No, he does." And I said, "It's just like my
His dad said, no, I do.
I know,
His dad's over there. Right.
Oh, gee.
Tell him,
he is a moron.
Right.
God damn it.
Right. You know what always blows my mind on News 12 when they do the scholar athlete,
Yeah.
right? It's just like it's not enough that they get 116 weighted average.
Right.
they're captain of the football
Yeah.
team, they're captain of the basketball team.
Right.
You know, they're
Oh
like
my
Involved in a
God.
million
they're
organizations.
president of the student
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
They, they take underprivileged kids bowling on the weekends. It's like, I mean, how do they? Right, these kids are like amazing.
How do you get a good scholarship if you're not? But
Right.
the programs like yours and Greg's, they mean a lot.
Yeah.
They do.
You know, me,
think
I always
so.
like the most improved student. That
She
award.
just gives them this.
No,
Right.
Lollipops.
She, come here, little boy. I have some candy for you. What do you name that? Kids under 12. No.
I have a scholarship actually. We don't give it out every year at the Breakfast Club.
That's
It's in
nice.
honor of my friend who opened it up with me, and you knew her. So we do it to most improved students.
That's nice.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's really
So,
good.
but not
Yeah.
every year.
Right.
If we get somebody to help us, we do it.
The funding. Yeah, you
Yeah.
need the funding.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. It's a great thing, and you know,
Yeah.
we taught those kids how to speak. You know, be a perfect speaker because they didn't know how to do that. So when they get the award, we put them right on the thing and not tell them, and they had
That's
to talk.
great.
That's how they learned how to be outgoing.
That's nice.
So you know, that's basically. Yeah, don't be throwing them out. The girls like it. Those are nice. We have a sponsor that gives me those to give out. These are hair care treatments. One is for you.
You
Oh,
try
thank
that.
you.
Sis.
One is for your wife.
What is? Oh,
Not-
Well, you don't have
for
to.
your
your
said
hair,
wife
Tom.
very quickly.
There you go. I wish you all the luck
Oh,
on that
thank
one.
you.
Yeah,
Hot
and-
oil
Thank you.
treatment.
You know,
There you
had a better
go.
shot of giving them the
Jojoba.
lollipops.
No, because it says what sponsors give
Can
you
I trade
things.
mine for
I
a
got you as
lollipop?
You
sponsor.
go.
Go, that's, you know.
You know, I have people that give me things to give out on the show, which is
Do you
very
have
nice.
the hair
Very-
club for men as a sponsor?
Yeah, right.
Not yet. but
Ask
hopefully-
him for a friend.
Right. Listen,
Just
listen. There was a new thing on TV. I think it's called Keeps.
Yeah. Right.
What
And,
is it?
It's called Keeps. It's for hair. And us guys are always like, whatever. And I'm sitting
Oh,
going,
to keep your
I
hair.
got the receding hairline, and you know, a friend of mine was using it. So he goes, the thing works great. He goes, I got hair on my cheeks,
So
on my
I got
eyelids.
hair coming out of everywhere now.
Everywhere. But my head.
Yeah.
He goes, I look like Wolfman Jack.
Oh, jeez.
He goes, it works really, really well, but the wrong places.
A little too well.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Well,
can't
do
believe
most
that.
That's
men
funny.
wax their hair on their back? Is that something new or what?
What do you mean,
For the
wax
beach.
it?
Yeah. Do most men wax? Their
I'm not
backs.
that hairy, thank God.
No, but
I
do?
would.
I
My
wouldn't
My
know.
mother used to
Right.
say. My mother used to say. Well, my mother was an esthetician, and there was this guy that, like Tom Selleck,
Yeah.
Right.
the guy
yeah,
when Tom
his chest
Selleck
hair
wore,
coming
yeah,
out.
when he
Right.
wore a
Right.
T-shirt.
Yeah, the hair
It
was coming
like,
out.
Yeah,
right.
everywhere. So it
Yeah.
was like it looked like he had like a padded. So my mother would sit there and for like 3 hours, just watch him. Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm like, yeah.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Wow.
3
Well,
hours.
that's a question we can ask the audience. Who waxes their hair? Men,
Okay.
Not
Let
women,
me ask you
men.
something.
Not women,
I waxed the
men.
front of the here just to give me a little gravitas, you know. So I don't know. Do any other guys
You
out there
see
do
the
that?
comment? Look,
Makes
like,
you very
now,
distinguished.
Then you
Very
wonder,
distinguished.
Then you wonder why guys wouldn't watch the show. You
Oh,
think about it.
come on. They
Hey
watch
guys,
the
Hey, guys, you
show.
all
watch-
you guys with hairy backs, tell me, do you
Just
wax
message
it?
in now.
Please
Tell me how
message
hairy
in.
your back
Everyone
is.
can see that you're very hairy.
Well,
Okay?
first of all, most men Italian are hairy. Let's face it.
No, that has nothing, that has
Well,
nothing to do with
Italian
it.
men wax.
Don't
I
say
think.
that.
You want to bet? They
Greek,
do?
you have Greek men.
Well, maybe Greek too. Yeah.
All right, does your man?
I don't have a man. Okay.
Oh, your friend.
Your friend?
Your
Friend.
significant other. Your
You're in the
You're the 50 plus
50 plus
Your
stage
50
person
your
speed.
50
that
plus
holds
friend.
your arm.
I would know because I don't ask those questions.
So why would you want to ask them on? No, forget
Just
it.
in general. It's
Somebody
like,
that she's with, she
do
wouldn't
you-
even ask.
well-
I love that.
anyway, just a question. You know,
Okay.
look, you could speak about everything and anything on this
Right.
show. Do you want to talk about anything?
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, thank you.
And what about you?
My
Tom?
legs
We
are a
go-
little hairy. I don't know if you want. Did we get to there yet?
I
Oh,
got to shave. I got to raise it.
There's supposedly some brand new razor out that's supposed to be very good too. Susan bought it.
Really?
She'll probably give you one soon. So she's always giving you something.
Yeah, she's sweet.
It's a brand new razor that just came out, and her husband got 80 shaves out of it,
wow.
which
Wow.
is supposedly. I mean, this is what you talk about when you're over 50. It's kind of
Right.
scary, but
It's not what I took. What kind of friend you have?
no, you know, she just was telling me that, and I thought it was kind of cute. So, what else you got coming up?
Let's see. Actually, one of the things I wanted to talk about with the Michael Magro Foundation, when you were talking about with the scholarship before and like where the money goes, what I like about the foundation so much is that it goes to like all the stuff that would normally fall between the cracks for people. You know, something
Yeah.
like this comes up and you're not you don't plan for it.
Right.
But I just love how like the social workers at the hospitals, like, you know, Winthrop or wait, what's it called now?
NYU Langone, Long
Yeah, I know.
Island.
Yeah.
NYU, Langone, Long
Look,
Island.
see, look at this, a tongue
I
twister.
know.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
The
We have
hospital
to get
formerly
used to
known
it.
as Winthrop.
Winthrop.
You know, they'll reach out to Terry and say, we have a family, they need to put a roof on their house, they're paying their medical bills,
Oh,
or,
that's
you know,
nice. I
it's-
didn't know that they reached out
it-
to you for
Yeah,
things like
so
on a
that.
I
regular
get
basis,
I
you
get
know.
calls for all sorts of things. The other day, speaking of roofs, the roofer called and said, "Where am I delivering the supplies to?" I'm saying, "It doesn't come to me.
Right,
It
don't
has to
bring
go
it
to
here.
the
Right,
family."
yeah.
Right.
I
You
was
could have
like,
Paul
"Oh,
drop it
please,
off
God,
at the house,
yeah,
right?
I'll have a
Yeah.
pallet of roof supplies
Yeah.
delivered."
Oh, that's
But
nice.
you know,
Yeah,
we have such great rapport with the social workers. So we have a family at Cohen Children's right now, and their Geico bill is due. So they sent it to me, and it's a couple of $100. But the family is in such distress that we take it to the next level. And I call back the social worker and I said, "Listen, this family's really struggling. 6 months worth of this Geico bill is really going to help them if we can pay it." So she was so eternally grateful. She went into ICU to tell the mom, and just to
Aw.
have that
Yeah,
checked
that's right,
off
yeah.
Right.
and not have to
Definitely.
worry about
one
it
less thing
until
to worry
July.
about.
So from February,
That's
you know,
terrific.
on.
Here's my
So
mortgage
those are the
payments.
yeah.
Yeah, if you wouldn't just, that's just with a
That's
C.
right, with the C.
But
That's
those
very
are the
nice.
types
That's a
of
very
things
nice
It's really
touch.
nice. It's
that
very
we
nice.
really like to do. So I think the clinical component to my life and walking that journey and knowing exactly how difficult it is for these families. Some of them are just afraid to ask.
Right.
Well, it's very
Um,
true.
And
and
it's so true. It's so true. They are.
They
you know what?
really
And I
are,
turn
but
around.
yet-
It's like even food for when you're
yes,
talking about.
yes,
You know, if you need it, you need it.
yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah, but asking
Exactly.
is
But then
hard.
you know what? But then you
Yeah.
always have some bad people that take full advantage.
Absolutely.
Like when I was younger,
Always.
there was this one guy, older man, lived down the block. The guy had all the jewelry in the world
Mm.
and a beautiful Mercedes, and he's going to pick up the food stamps.
Yeah, that's
Right,
frustrating.
right. It doesn't make sense.
That-
All the jewelry and whatever, and park the car. And I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Mm.
It's like, you know what? And that really bothered me
Yeah.
a lot, even
Yeah.
as a young
Yeah.
kid when
Yeah.
because he'd make me sit in the car so he wouldn't get a ticket.
Yeah, unbelievable.
mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So,
That's-
and
You know?
we have some great volunteers, right? Ed
So
Hep-
how do they? So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. When somebody needs help, what do they do? They reach out to you or to the foundation or
some of them will come through the website.
Okay.
But most of it comes directly from the social
So-
workers.
right,
All
through the
right.
So,
hospitals,
we
right.
started with NYU Langone, the Cancer Center for Kids, and then we work with Cohen Children's and Stony Brook Pediatric Oncology. And now we've grown into about 7 or 8 different states across the United
That's
States.
great.
So we're as
Unbelievable,
far
Terry.
west as Oregon. So we're working with
Wow.
a variety of different. So then the social workers will call. We have board members that live in different states, and they'll reach out, and we'll develop relationships with
great.
those social
You've
workers
grown a
and
lot.
child life.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. We
Really
have,
grown a lot.
we have. Ed Hepron runs a car show at Holy Family, and he's a ambassador for us and works with our basketball fundraiser, which we had to do virtually this year, but it was kind of fun. It ran for a week. So I'll reach out to the social worker at a couple of different hospitals, and then they'll raise money on our behalf and their behalf to help a family that's in need, whether it's co-pays. Greg, you've gone to Manhattan and parked your car. It's a lot of money.
Oh,
So
that's
if you're in these Manhattan hospitals and you're parking your car for a month, going back and forth, it could be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So we'll
Yeah, that's for
offset
sure.
those kinds of things. So it's really life essentials. It just to check something off of your plate is
That is the
what
wonderful.
we're all about.
with John Gridley, I got to tell you, he's the president of our pediatric foundation, and everybody with Lyme disease, not realizing how bad Lyme disease
Oh,
can
it
really
is.
be.
It can be.
It's like, I never heard of Lyme. Well, I'm a city kid. You don't really,
Right.
you're
You
not
didn't have
out. You know what I
deer.
mean?
Right, right.
So the biggest thing we had Cunningham Park, Alley Pond Park, but there were no like ticks or whatever. I mean,
Right,
there
right.
probably could be, but
Right.
it's not like as if we were hanging out in the woods. And we spend so much money paying So we give them grants. They provide the bills, and we,
Exactly.
because
I pay the bills direct, yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
people
Which is a
take
good way to
advantage.
do it.
Right.
We'd give them a check, and it never went to the doctors. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So
We do the exact same
yeah,
thing.
that's great though.
And the social workers truly appreciate that. They really do. And the other group that we work very closely with are child life specialists, and those are a group of professionals, actually master's prepared professionals. That are the art therapists, the music therapist inside of these pediatric,
pretty
and
nice, yeah.
there is no code. Everything with insurance is paid by a code. There is no code because it's a social, interaction
Skill, right.
skill, and that's not a medical procedure. So there's no reimbursement. So everything for these women and men has to be either fundraised or the hospital underwrites partially with salaries, but most of it's grants and fundraising. And those are the most incredible people because they relate to the kids directly, and they sit there and they play games with them. So we do
Right.
a lot of PS4s and Xbox Ones and whatever
Well,
the
can you get
system
the new one
is.
for me?
The 5? Yeah. Yeah.
I love this.
I'll look that
Look,
up for you.
You're gonna laugh.
You can't find it for anything.
My
Yeah.
son says, "Dad," he goes, his birthday just passed, and he says, "Dad, can I have this for my birthday?" And you know what? The kid never asked for anything. He's a good kid. All my kids are good, at least when they're with me. And so he says to me, he goes, "Dad, I want to get this thing." And I said, "Well, how much is it?" It's like 500. And I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm like 500 for,
Right.
we had Atari or
Right.
a little
Yep.
joystick thing with the boop, boop, whatever that
Right.
tennis, whatever.
Right.
You remember
Pong.
that?
Right.
The ping- yeah,
I
right.
do, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And so all of a sudden, I'm looking, and I can't see anything. I finally find one, and it's $567. Now I heard that they were selling them for $1,200.
Yes.
Right around the
1,500.
holidays, yeah.
Right.
But shipping was $300.
No way.
That's not even making it.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I said, "I'll come pick it up." The guy's like, "No, I have
He's
to
like, I'm in
ship it to you."
New Zealand.
You're right. Yeah. Take a flight.
Right.
Yeah,
sounds
couldn't believe that.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it's all good things.
Yeah.
It
You
is,
know what?
it is. This
It's-
is a
it's-
very
But even-
positive show
Even
today.
other things too, I think
So
that
many
make
good
the
things.
children's lives easier while they're undergoing treatments, like that machine that can
the,
easily find their
Accuvane.
veins.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's called the Accuvane. So it actually just looks for the configuration of your vein structure, and it can actually tell you if the child is dehydrated. So
Isn't that
it's the mechanism of the entire machine so that you can hydrate the child prior to and not have to stick them. You know how many
Right, right,
times
right.
sometimes you're getting
Right.
stuck
Listen, I have
2 and
great
3
veins,
times.
and they miss me all the time.
Right.
They
I don't- I
collapse.
No, but it's not even that. They just go too far below.
Oh, so they go
yeah,
through
they're going-
it.
Yeah, so I'm like,
They go
easy
through
killer.
it.
Right.
Yeah, easy
Yeah, so
killer.
so I have to tell them, "Listen, I got it, and I do it myself."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I used to live in a hospital, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're looking
easy,
very good,
easy,
though.
easy.
Yeah.
Like you're feeling
And worst
better.
thing is, of course, at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why did they pick that time in the morning? You
In the
just went to
hospital,
Right,
they
bed.
you just
do.
fall
You
asleep,
just fall-
right?
All of a sudden, the lights.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I got 4 people that want to probe me. I'm like, "Dude, you're not probing. Today's not class day.
Yeah.
All right, put your fingers back and the gloves away."
Talking about
Okay.
needles, I got my second
Did you?
shot Friday. I was.
got it?
I
Oh, you
slept-
getting it?
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Done. I slept
You're
all
done.
day
Have any
Saturday.
antibodies, have you?
Friday
Yeah.
and Saturday I slept day.
But you were good.
yeah,
You felt
great.
Good.
I feel
Good.
great. Yeah, thank
Very
God.
good.
My
now I
parent,
could go see my daughter soon, and
nice.
Yeah.
you know it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. You know.
Wow.
My parents got their second shot, and my mom said, when I asked how they were feeling, she says, "Well, we're tired and we have the chills." And she goes, "But we feel like that anyway now." So it doesn't really
That's true.
So she goes, "I don't know if that's a side effect or not."
It's true. My sister
Yeah.
said to me that you're always cold anyway,
Right.
and so you need some sleep. So get over it.
Yeah.
You know, no,
Yeah.
no
That's good, though.
sympathy
You
at
got
all.
No
it. That's
sympathy
great.
in your house.
Yeah.
No sympathy. Oh boy.
No, but I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
And it was. I have to say they did a great job.
Yeah.
Boom in.
Terry, you know Steve Gaffner?
Steve Gaffner. Yes. Yes.
So
Oh
he
my
says, "Say
God.
hello, say hello."
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve.
knows a lot of
Hi.
people
Yeah,
that I
Steve
know.
comes
How
in.
are you?
Steve
A
comes
lot
in.
of people.
Oh my God. Great
Yeah.
guy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
There's a
it's
small circle,
amazing.
but it's a big circle.
Yep, and it gets. I always say it's 2 degrees, not 6 degrees of separation,
Right.
because it's amazing who you find. And
Well, Steve from the restaurant, Anchor
Oh,
Down.
Anchor Down.
He's like,
I
how
love
do you
him.
know her? I'm like, I know her a long time. He goes, well, I do too. I said, okay.
We're gonna fight
Fight
about
over
it
it, yeah,
now?
who knows it better?
I know it too, all right?
How long you know her?
Where? I know.
I'm like, Jesus, you know? But he was sweet. We went and actually tasted the food. It was
Oh, it's
great.
delicious. Did
That
you go
was-
to Anchor Down or
Yes,
to
that was
Cardoon?
day 2.
Oh, day 2.
That was
So
day
go
2.
to go to Hooks and Chops.
Yeah, I know. I
in-
got to go see that Steve.
and
They're
go
all
see that
Steves.
Steve. Yeah. So Hooks and Chops is
Food there is phenomenal.
it's
Yeah, I
so
haven't
good.
gone
Really
yet.
good.
Tom and
It's in
Giovanna
Comac,
went.
right?
Yeah, it's right on Jericho Turnpike. And Steve DeLime is a phenomenal
Well,
chef.
he wants to come here, but he has
He
no
does.
time.
I know. I think we may
Steve
have to
on Hooks and
we have
Chops.
to bring the mic to him.
Well, we
Yeah.
could do that.
Yeah.
Actually, we could
Yeah,
do
we
that
can do.
sometime.
Cliff, you ready?
That could be fun.
He's like, yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Can we do
I'm
that?
telling you, it's
No,
it's
say
great.
no.
We can.
It's
That
a
would,
restaurant.
you know, it would
Yeah.
be fun because then we can see all of his
Yeah,
food.
we could
do
that.
He's an extremely talented man. He
Yeah.
really,
Right.
I've
really,
heard
really
a lot
is.
of great things. About
Food really
I know
stands
there are
out.
4
It
owners.
does.
I talked to all the owners except him, and he's the
And
one.
he's one of the owners,
but
right?
he's the one that has to say yes. So Steve,
I know.
where
I
are
know. Well, Stu Steinberg, who we know very well, he was like, "Yeah, we got to get Steve." But then you go to him, and he's like, "I got a really busy week. I
Yeah,
got a
I
busy
know.
weekend.
I know.
It's a holiday, so
you? Well, just know, Steve, I do not quit. So I
No.
will
no.
be there.
Beware. We're gonna come mic'd up, right?
Yeah, Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff. We're gonna come.
He's not saying
Cliff, he's
We're-
looking down.
yes. Cliff, answer
What'd
the
he say?
question, Cliff.
Okay.
Comac, here we come.
There
We're
we
going on
go.
we could take this on the road.
Well, we need about 5 clips then. Well, that's great though, really.
But yeah, no, it's great. You know, we always support. We have so many restaurants that support us
Right.
and have done that evening of tasting, which with the pandemic we are not able to do. But like we said, hopefully 2022. But we all support heavily the restaurants that support us because it's really important.
When's the next car thing? Now it's outside. Don't forget.
Yep.
Right.
It's
And,
outside.
you know, it's
so-
great. We were able to do it last year in
August 20th,
August,
right?
and
August?
we didn't know. We were trying to make sure,
Right.
okay, how do we do it safely? How do we
Right.
do it so
Yeah.
that everyone's comfortable, the vendors and
Right.
the guests, and we had a great show.
Yeah, it was
I think
fabulous.
people compensated a little bit and said, you know what, I'm anxious to do something
Right.
outdoors.
Yeah.
People were keeping distant, and
Right. It
so-
was mid-August, and
Yeah.
this year it'll probably be August, but we're in the
Okay.
midst of possibly having to change the location.
Right.
So once we get that
Yeah,
settled,
get it
I'll
done.
let you
We
guys
can
think
know.
park
Mike-
inside
right.
here on the dance floor
Yeah.
outside.
yeah, yeah. I would say just go to the website, right? Go to
Okay.
Yeah,
Michael,
go to the
Michael Magro
website.
Foundation.
It's
Now,
michaelmagrofoundation.com.
now you guys just don't meet up. Just I mean, or does it have to be a function?
Well, we do it that
Sorry.
way so that we get a lot of great raffle prizes. We
Right.
get
Well,
sponsors.
no. But I just meant just guys hanging
just
out.
to hang out for.
Oh yeah.
Guys
Oh,
and women.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just hang out. Do you guys do that or no?
We
Or it
haven't
has to
done
be more
it.
of a
Yeah.
function?
Yeah, we've done it more, a little bit
As a
more
more of a-
planned.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
a more planned event. We also have
Right.
food trucks that
Right.
come. So
You need a big space.
yeah, so we need a large space.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's always fun. So outdoor events are fun.
Oh
But
yeah,
we
your
need
things
the
are
rain
always great.
date, and that's
Right.
that's
We've
the
had to
problem.
rely on that a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
because
need a
rain
date.
dates are important.
Exactly.
Because you lose
Exactly.
half the money on when you have.
And
rain.
yes, Kathy, we're gonna have bands outside. Don't you worry
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
going to be something.
Everybody's asking. I love this. We had great. How many good days did we just have? About 3 or 4.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah,
if you
right.
were able to do
Everybody's
that.
like, listen, look. Can the band go outside? I said, people don't have the slightest idea the preparation that
Oh,
it
and
takes
what's
Right.
involved.
to do something.
Yeah.
Just like putting
Right.
this
Right.
together. So I was thinking about it, but at nighttime it's cold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's still a little
Yeah,
early.
so
for
yeah.
it, yeah.
So
And,
everyone's-
that's a
everyone's
lot
got
of
spring
work.
Another
fever,
month.
though.
When is
Yeah.
spring? Does
It's
it
almost
start
here.
I
on
think
the
this
20th?
week, right?
It starts
or
this
at the end
weekend,
of, yeah,
right?
I think
Yeah,
so. This
yeah.
weekend.
So
Yeah,
another
it's
few
coming,
weeks,
It's coming, and our 150th show is coming, April 1st.
Who's counting?
We're
April
counting.
1st.
I already picked the theme.
Look at
Okay,
this.
April Fools.
it's
See
going to
what
be
we're talking
April
about?
1st. It's going to be
Is it really?
sunshine. It's going to be spring. It's going to be flowery. We have a lot
Is your
to
friend
do.
gonna be here?
No.
That's great. I'll shave my back for the show.
Yeah.
I'm so
See how much
excited.
she loves you. Yeah, I'll give you a little lollipop, my friend.
No, seriously, I want to talk to you about it actually when I
Okay, no
get you
problem.
alone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh shit. All right. See you later, guys. End of the show.
It's a
No, but
wrap.
anyway,
Yeah,
anyway,
'cause-
but we do have to thank our sponsors, and we want to thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Thank
Oh,
you for
thank
having
you.
us.
Thank
It's
you, thank you.
fabulous. It's always
And
fun.
hope to see you guys soon again.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
So Tranquility Spa.
You've been there.
Tell me,
Love it.
did you like
Had a
it?
great massage there. Absolutely. Oh my
Did you
You
ever
God.
want
go
to
yet?
go?
No,
I'll
I
give you a
haven't.
coupon.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, I'll send
Yeah.
you one.
It's 700 Franklin
Can
Avenue.
I go
before
now?
you-
Because
before-
all right.
Yeah,
You're close.
I'm
It's
gonna go.
Franklin Avenue right
Yeah,
there.
try it right here.
I'll send you a
Yeah.
thing in the mail. You can bring
Okay.
your wife.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for all your massage needs, they're great Oral Puro Jewelers.
Did-
Teddy, Christina, we love you. They have every kind of jewelry imaginable. I mean, things he'll make things for you, repair things for you. He's a great guy. He's at 1033 Hempstead Turnpike. Jackson, you and Prince, thank you. I need to save some money. Really, I need to save more. No, I'm joking. You're doing a great job. If you save me any more, I'm going to jail. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. All right.
And
your
I'd like
beauty.
to thank Beauty Divinary Salon. She gave me my new due this month. Love it.
Love it.
278
beautiful.
Jericho Turnpike. all the people that tell them that they saw it on the show get 20% off their hair, which
Wow.
is really
Very
it's
nice.
very exclusive shop. So you'll love
Wow.
it. And I want to say, just because you said about the taxes,
Make that appointment,
in
Tom.
I will.
case, in case any of you do not know, as of last night, you can go to the website for the taxes, general taxes, and find out what date your fund is coming, your stimulus. I just found out it's coming March 21st. My stimulus.
Party at Tina's.
Okay.
Now, is that unbelievable? It tells you
That's
what
cool.
date you're getting
Really?
it now.
That's great.
Wow.
So there you go. That's
Wow.
my tip of the day.
I like
And
it.
that's
Very good.
a wrap.
Mike. Wait.
It's not a wrap. Sorry.
It'll happen in a second. Mike, I want to say what's going on, buddy. I know you're in Florida having a great time. And Mary, I have to say hello. Franny, how you doing? And Steve, I know I'm going to see you next month. Marge, how are you, love? You're doing a great job on what we talked about. Very proud of you. Abigail from Rivers Cafe.
Abigail,
you,
we're
honey.
waiting.
I
I'm
love
coming
you,
to
I
get
love you, I
coffee
love
today.
you.
I have one box of red
I love
coffee
you.
left. I have one bag left. That's it. I make
And
a
how
lot
come
of.
I never got any? You don't even
I-
drink
But
coffee.
you drink tea.
I drink coffee. I'll get
drink
you
tea?
one today.
All right, love.
And it's delicious. I make a lot of coffee now.
And
believe
Ray,
it or not.
For your friend.
and Ray, thank you so much. So, guys, thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
it's a
you.
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.